Hello, my name is Lam with Drone Rental Supply, and today we're going to be looking at our ready-to-fly tweakers. We have one with the 2206 motors, and then we have the ones with the 1806 motors. So let's go ahead and take a closer look. So before we talk about the details of the tweaker ready-to-fly, I just wanted to show you what it comes in when you purchase one of the tweaker ready-to-flies from us. So it'll obviously come with the Quadcopter. It'll come with one voltage checker, and it'll come with a set of the circular antennas. So the important thing to know is that the 3-lobe one will go onto the quadcopter, and then the 5-lobe one will go onto your receiver. If you have a different set, you're more than welcome to use those, but these are better than the whip antennas that are usually bundled with any of the ready-to-fly quads. So here are the two tweaker builds. This one has the 2206 motors, and this one has the 1806 motors. Now that's not the only difference. You'll also notice that these frames are specifically designed for each size of motor. So on the 2206 motors, you'll notice that the arms are much thicker. As you can see, side by side comparison right there, you'll notice that the arms are thicker, and you'll notice the overall frame is thicker. So this is a 4mm frame, and this one's slightly smaller. I believe this is a 3mm frame. So if you can look, it's slightly less. Now what it'll do is it'll make this frame more durable because there's just more carbon fiber, but this frame is actually going to be lighter, and with these motors it's going to be significantly lighter than the 2206. Now, what I would say is that if you're primarily going to be flying on 3S, 3-cell batteries, going with the 1806 is a better idea, and it's still a very durable frame. In fact, I prefer the smaller frame over the larger frame. This is what I normally fly. I have a tweaker myself, and I fly with a smaller frame, and I've crashed it plenty of times. This is a very durable frame. On the other side is the larger size frame with bigger arms to accommodate the 2206 motors, and again, this is a much more durable frame, but it also weighs more. This is if you want to flip from 3-cell to 4-cell, and you want to fly both. On 3-cell, it works fine. I've flown this on 3-cell, and it flies really well, but it's primarily built to accommodate people who want to fly 4-cell batteries. But overall, this is the more flexible frame. This is for the people that just like myself, who like to fly 3-cell, and you can fly it indoors pretty easily with a 3-cell battery. So going from front to back, right here what you have is a Sony CCD camera. This is actually the camera that it seems like everybody's going to. It's the 26mm camera, and it has a lot of technology to help get you clean video in. It can accept from 22 volts all the way down to 5 volts, so you really don't need a step down with this one. So it's a really nice camera, and it's something that I think a lot of manufacturers are going to support, at least this particular size. The motors on this particular one are the Tiger motors, the 2206s, and right here is one of the mini 20 amp ESCs. So there is going to be plenty of available power, and you won't be underpowered or overtaxing your ESCs. In here at the bottom is a push button VTX. It's 200 milliwatts. This is very similar to the ones that GetFPV is using. You basically have this little button over here, and you're able to switch between bands and channels. This does come with the race bands, and it has the standard 32. So with this video transmitter, you have 40 channels. So the standard 32 plus the 8 new race band channels in there. You have the Luminaire power distribution board, the small one that goes right underneath the Naze 32 flight controller board. There we go. And then back here is our satellite receiver. This is a Lemon satellite receiver, so it will bind up to any Spectrum DSMX receiver. So any radio that's DSMX compatible, you'll be able to bind right up to it. We can help you out to that if you come to our store. standard XT60 connector for your battery, which will sit on top of here, a nice luminaire strap, and the antenna fits back here. The LEDs, they're actually programmable LEDs, so that when you arm it, you will see the lights change color, and when you turn left and turn right, the LEDs will actually blink in the direction. It's actually a really neat LED system, and it's programmable. So if you jump into clean flight or base flight, you can actually change what the LED does. This is the only LEDs on this particular frame. We wanted to keep it light, so this is the reason why everything is directly soldered in. We wanted to keep the weight down, so that's the reason everything's directly soldered, and we were able to keep this fairly light for the size of motors that we're actually pushing on this particular quadcopter. If you look back here, right on top, right over here, is a buzzer. So anytime you were to crash and you actually lost sight of this quadcopter, you can definitely bind up a channel in which you can activate this buzzer. Also, when it loses signal with your radio, it'll also buzz. So definitely a buzzer is a very convenient and nice thing to have in all quadcopters. So I'm going to move over to the 1806 one. As I said before, the frame is slightly smaller, and because the motors are lighter, this is a significantly lighter quad. Definitely nice to fly on a 3S setup. It has all the same features as the other one, so it's the exact same build. Some of the things might be moved around, like the buzzer is actually in front over here, but it has all of the same feature sets. So you have the programmable LEDs, satellite receiver, 200 milliwatt VTX, power distribution board, NAS 32, and the Sony camera. Still 20 amp ESCs on 1806 motors, so plenty of power for the 1806 motors. These particular motors, people do fly them with 4S. They'll work fine, but generally speaking, we built this one specifically to run on 3 cells because it's so much lighter, and it's just an easier and more convenient setup for 3 cell. Thank you for watching our video. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below. Also, underneath this video is the address to our local store here in Louisville, Kentucky. So if you actually want to see these in person, they'll definitely be in the stores unless we're sold out. We build these in small quantities, so once we sell out, then we're going to have to go through the task of rebuilding them, and that usually takes, a couple of weeks. So if they're not in inventory, then we'll probably most likely be building them. Our goal is to have at least one type of 180 millimeter quadcopter in stock. We do consider these to be racing frames because these frames are really designed to be able to take a crash and still keep flying. They're very durable. We've been testing these on my own personal one, and these are very durable frames, and the components have been very durable. So we definitely consider these to be a racing type quadcopter. Thank you all for watching our video again, and have a good day.